Hello there, and welcome to the Star Wars Guys YouTube channel where the Force is family. I am Master Paul, and isn't this a surprise? I really did think we were only going to get those first images that I just made a video on that got released from Entertainment Weekly, but a minute ago I was just having lunch and saw this scroll across my recommended feed, and so we have to react to it. So let's go ahead and watch this. Now, admittedly, I have watched this once, but we're going to go ahead and watch it again and break it down. So let's make this full screen. And I'm not going to talk during the video. We're just going to take it in. Let's do it.
The fight is done. We lost. Stay hidden.
The key to hunting Jedi is patience. Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves a trail. The Jedi Code is like an itch. He cannot help it. Where is he?
All right, and there we go. So, as we did before, let's now go back through it and just break this down. And we're going to turn the sound off now. So, my first reaction, of course, being honest, was to get hyped. But then I sort of had to check myself because I remember what happened with Book of Boba Fett. I know I keep bringing it up, but I got hyped for the Book of Boba Fett trailer and unfortunately was disappointed. So I don't want to make that same mistake here. But at the same time, we can't ignore this. So let's see what we got. So we got a couple different shots of Obi-Wan in the desert. There he is in the distance, riding his Eopie. And then here he is leading it into, I'm going to guess, Mos Eisley or Mos Espa. Here he is working on something, and I can't really tell what. It almost looks like he's doing the same thing that Rey was doing in the beginning of Force Awakens, where he's like cleaning some sort of scrap piece. But again, I can't tell for sure. And let's see. There he is riding it again. And here he is up on a rock perch looking down on the Lars homestead, and he's watching Luke. And I like how they're showing young Luke playing like he's piloting something. I like that as a nice touch. Although the dialogue that he says during this whole scene of the fight is over, we lost, stay hidden. Again, as I said in the last video that I did on the images, I can understand what they're trying to do. Have Obi-Wan be depressed and perhaps have PTSD from what happened with Order 66 and what he had to do to Anakin. But I can also see that going very similar to what happened with Luke in The Last Jedi. So that has me pretty cautious. But anyways, here's where we get a better look at Obi-Wan. And again, like I said in the last video, the way they're making him look here is exactly what I was imagining when I think of Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan in exile on Tatooine. I think this, as he is now, is like the perfect blend of Ewan McGregor and Alec Guinness as Obi-Wan. But then we shift after the Lucasfilm logo to this place. Now, this is the base of the Inquisitors, and we actually see this place once before in Jedi Fallen Order, although we don't see it from the surface, we see it from underwater. There's a mission at the very end of the game where you have to infiltrate the Inquisitor's base. I believe it's called the Fortress Inquisitorius, something like that, and you have to steal a holocron that they stole from you. And seeing this, like seeing something from that game come to life, I do like it, and I like the ship that they have here too. And let's see, here's a shot of Obi-Wan going on public transportation in his civilian disguise. And then we get more shots of the Inquisitors together, including Riva, who's there standing. I don't know who that is sitting to the left, but the guy that's sitting here with the funny hat, we've actually seen him in Rebels. This is the 9th brother. And I'll be honest, I barely remember what I've seen of season 2, but he's like the brute strength Inquisitor, where others are more nimble and agile, like the 7th sister and the 2nd sister. And then you have the Grand Inquisitor, who we'll see, that I think is kind of both. So here, so someone's hanging here. I don't know what's going on with that, but again, this looks like just the city of Mos Eisley or Mos Espa. And then here is the confrontation between Riva and Owen. And again, as I said in the last video, I think what's happening is Riva is searching for Obi-Wan, and somehow she got a lead that basically Owen knows Obi-Wan and where he is, so that's why she's confronting him. Again, I could be wrong, but we'll see. And here's that Hong Kong planet that the article spoke about, a random Imperial officer. Now, hold on, go back. Where? I don't know who this Inquisitor is. Heck, I don't even know what this Inquisitor is species-wise, so learning more about them will certainly be interesting. And there's Obi-Wan sneaking through. I don't know why, though. I get the feeling that this younger character might be important because, I don't know, in my gut feeling, I feel like he's going to be important somehow. Was that okay, go back a minute. Is that a droid or is that someone in a suit? I could see where it goes either way, but of course here he is talking to a stormtrooper. Let's see. We get a shot. Okay, what is this? This looks like some sort of blunt object that he's going to hit the stormtrooper with, almost like the armorer's hammer. But again, it's hard to tell from this angle. It almost looks like the pommel of Asajj Ventress's lightsabers. But again, we won't know for sure till the show comes out. And then here's Riva doing her impressive... Oh, yes, there's the Grand Inquisitor. And he's supposed to be from Utapau. And I gotta be honest, I'm a little disappointed with how they make him look. Because let me show you what Utapauans look like. We see them in Revenge of the Sith. So let me bring up this picture here. We're going to switch windows for a moment. So this is what Utapauans look like. The head is bigger and taller, and it's not nearly as white. In fact, it's kind of off-whitish gray with what looks like dark gray lines going down their face, and there's red around their eyes. And then we have the Grand Inquisitor that they showed us in the trailer that looks like this. And Yeah, I get it. Here, let me see if I can get a. Okay, it's kind of hard to get a good picture of him. We'll go here. Yeah, that's kind of grainy, I know, but this just doesn't look right to me. So I don't know why they couldn't. Well, actually, I do know why. Because the Utapauans in Revenge of the Sith were completely CGI, and this guy's obviously a real person with real makeup. But at the same time, I feel like they could have tried a little harder, making him look like an Utapauan from Revenge of the Sith. But that's just me. We'll see what other people say about that. Let's see what else we got to talk about. There's the ninth brother. Let's see if we can get closer on him. And apparently, this guy is being played by Han from the Fast and Furious movies. I think the actor's name is Justin Lin, I want to say. And Fast and Furious is the only thing that I've seen him in, and I thought he did all right at that. So we'll see how he does here. I'm curious what these escape pods are from and who's in them. Let's see what else. We have again. This looks like Owen getting threatened by Riva. Let's see, better shot here. I guess that's the best we're getting. So yeah, this will be interesting to see why she's pulling a lightsaber on a civilian. And then we have a confrontation between Riva and someone else here. Again, we don't know who that is. But obviously, bringing a blaster to a lightsaber fight never ends well for anyone that, well, isn't Jango Fett. And let's see. We have this scene here that looks like, let me go back. This looks like Obi-Wan using a blaster. And that makes perfect sense to me, given that he wants to stay hidden. He's going to keep his lightsaber hidden and use it absolutely as a last resort. But if he's going to have to defend himself, it makes sense to me that a Jedi would use a blaster over a lightsaber. I mean, we saw Kanan Jarrus do that. So let's see. And then, of course, another shot of Obi-Wan himself. And then I'm going to turn the sound back on here. And we get Vader's breathing at the very end. So, what do I think of this trailer? I think it is a very well put together trailer, and it does what it's supposed to do, get you interested in the show. And I want to be hyped by this show so badly. I want to, because Obi-Wan is my favorite character of all of Star Wars. But as I said, you know, I still remember how hyped I was with Book of Boba Fett, and I don't want to just get blindly sucked in, for this show and be disappointed like I was with that show. And to be fair, I was always more into the idea of an Obi-Wan show more than I ever was a Book of Boba Fett show, because I just like Obi-Wan more. So this is probably the most cautiously optimistic I have ever been. And I've said this before, if they screw this up, it's going to be absolutely catastrophic for Star Wars, because Boba Fett redivided the fan base again, because many people liked it, many people didn't. And if Obi-Wan fails, frankly, I don't see how the fan base can survive that. But hopefully, I am just worrying too much and this show ends up being good. So we're going to go ahead and end this here. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. And just remember, everyone, the Force is family. See you guys later.